Hey, Lions fans, what if I told you 2 updates dropped inside Allen Park that could quietly decide how we start the next stretch? What if the difference between a bend-don't-break defense and a take-it-away defense hinges on one body, feeling right by week's end? And what if the red zone puzzle on offense finally got a big, trustworthy piece back on the board? You can feel it, right? That little buzz when something's moving behind the scenes. Trainers walking a little faster. Position coaches leaning into longer chats. Depth charts with more pencil marks than usual. This isn't panic. This is preparation. The kind you do when the margins are thin and every snap matters. Here's the deal. I'm making with you today. I'm not dumping a headline to bait you. I'll walk you through the why, the when, and the what it means. So you leave this video actually knowing how the staff is thinking. No fluff, real context. Timeline, roles, ripple effects. And yeah, the 2 names you came for. Quick pit stop before we roll. Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, the home for fans who want it straight, fast, and with a little grit on top. If you live on film room clips and post-practice whispers, hit subscribe, drop a like, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next update. We go deeper here because Detroit deserves that. All right, let's set the stage. This roster won't be defined by one headline in October. It'll be defined by how we manage bodies, snaps, and risk. That means understanding how a free safety with ball skills changes our entire coverage menu, and how a veteran receiver with size changes our third down math. It means asking, do we stretch guys to play now, or keep them in the garage one more week so they're right when the schedule gets mean? Start with the defense, because that's where tone gets set. When your safety room is humming, the corners play lighter, the nickel has helped to jump routes, and the pass rush earns that extra heartbeat. A healthy center fielder lets you spin the dial-too-high disguise pre-snap, rotate late, beta throw, close the window. It's the difference between a pass defended and a pick at midfield that changes the game script. On offense, the conversation is body type and trust. You want a receiver who boxes out like a power forward, who finds that soft spot near the goal line, who can take a hit and hold on when the ball is hot. It's not about 4.3 speed. It's about saving your QB from a perfect window throw on 3rd and 6 in the low red. It's about a route that turns a field goal decision into 6 now. I know why you clicked. You want the statuses, the timelines, the are we good for this week or not? Hold that thought for 2 more beats, because context is king. The staff's been consistent. If a player can't stack good days, he doesn't play. Not one flash. Not a heroic Friday. Stack days. Build trust. Then go. Okay, you waited. Let's talk updates. First, Kirby Joseph. The team has been managing something that's been nagging him. Nothing that screams long-term, but enough to keep him out while they get it calmed down the right way. The hope around the building key word, hope has been to get him working back in by late week if the boxes keep getting checked. No hero ball, no rush just to say he dressed. The plan is steady. Respond well. Stack reps, avoid setbacks. The goal is availability that lasts, not a cameo. Second, Tim Patrick. The veteran wideout has ramped back up and gotten real work under his belt. We saw full speed routes, we saw him in team periods, and we saw exactly why coaches trust him in the red zone. Smart stems, strong hands, and a frame that wins on contested throws. He's been rolling with the 2s, as expected after time away. But don't let that label fool you. When the field shrinks, he's a find-me option. That alone can change a coordinator's script on the 10-yard line. So what does Kirby's trend line mean for the defense? With him patrolling, you can free the nickel to gamble a touch more, give the corners a hair more leverage outside, and get exotic on 3rd and medium. It also lets you be choosier with how you bracket tight ends. Without him, you simplify. You keep it honest. You lean on rally and tackle. With him, you hunt throws. That's a big difference for a unit that wants to live on takeaways. And Tim? Think condensed splits. Think slants you can actually throw on the goal line without begging for DPI. Think back shoulder, fades where the defender plays perfect and still loses. He's not coming in to be WR1. He's coming in to be that guy on money downs. The one who makes your quarterback's life easier. The one who tilts a red zone possession by winning a battle at the front pylon. Depth matters here too. A trending right Kirby lets the staff balance snaps across the room, keep legs fresh, and mix personnel in a way that hides tails. You can spin between single high and two high without telegraphing it based on who's on the field. That's subtle, but veteran quarterbacks read those tells in a blink. Close that window, and suddenly your pass rush arrives on time. On offense, Patrick's presence also raises the bar for the young guys. Competition is a great teacher. You drop a pro's pro into the mix, and everyone's details sharpen split depth, landmark discipline, hot reads. And for a staff that loves toughness, it helps when the room's tone setter is a blocker who finishes. That's how you turn a 4-yard run into 8 and keep the play sheet on schedule. Let's talk timeline and risk management. The phrase you'll hear inside the building is, "No single game is worth a month." That's not softness. That's math. If Kirby stacks clean days, great, plug him in with a plan. If he needs another week, you ride with the next man and keep the ceiling high for the long haul. Same deal with Tim. He's on track. He looks ready. But they'll watch how he responds tomorrow more than they'll replay one great catch from today. Scheme-wise. A healthy Kirby gives Aaron Glenn more teeth in robber looks and late rotations. It tempts coordinators into that ill-fated seam throw. And it lets the front rush with a freer conscience because the eraser is back there. For a team that wants to be nasty on third down, that's oxygen. As for Patrick, picture the 3rd and goal call sheet. You've got your quick game. You've got your Tay-crosser. Now you've got the ISO you actually trust if the defense floods the middle. That changes how defenses allocate help. Shade the Tay? Fine. We'll take the one-on-one to the boundary and live with it. That clarity speeds up the QB, and when the ball comes out on time, sacks disappear. Now, what if there's a hiccup? Good staffs name the storm before it hits. If Kirby needs more time, you tweak the call density, keep the tackling emphasis hot, and maybe play a little more split safety to keep the roof on. If Tim needs another ramp-up, you lean on the young speed outside and ask your backs and tight ends to carry more load in the red. There's no panic button here, just levers to pull. Culture matters too. Leaders don't just play, they set the thermostat. Kirby's voice on the back end is a steadying sound. It keeps everyone on the same page when offenses go tempo. And Tim's presence in the huddle calms a young wide-out room. Those are the little things fans don't see until a drive looks calmer. Cleaner, quicker. So here's where we are. Straight up, the staff is managing Kirby with the long view in mind and hopes to have him trending back as the week unfolds if his body keeps responding. Tim is back to real work and looks like the kind of reliable target who earns trust near the paint. Neither update is about headlines. Both are about November and December football disguised as an October practice note. Your turn. Detroit, if you were in that room, would you push Kirby to suit up as soon as he clears the bar? Or give him that extra cushion to make sure he's 100% for the heavier stretch? And with Tim showing he can be a red zone adult in the room, how would you split those snaps when it matters inside the 20? Drop your call in the comments. Smart takes only. Let's build this game plan together. My personal take. I'd let Kirby stack one more clean day than feels necessary and plug Patrick into a defined red zone package right away. Then grow it from there, and yes, some of this is projection based on what we're seeing and hearing. So treat it as informed speculation, not a final word.